Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Spiffing Brit, and I love video games. I love old games, new games, and I especially love that particularly creative era of internet gaming, Flash games. A few weeks ago, we broke Age of War using some glorious exploits, and I asked for other Flash game recommendations. And lo and behold, I was reminded of an absolute hidden gem, Feudalism. Feudalism is an RPG game where you lead a warband of soldiers and conquer different towns and nations across the map. Sounds familiar? Yes, this is basically Flash game 𝕨𝕭𝕬𝕣, where you lead a warband of soldiers and conquer different nations and cities across the map. However, what might blow your mind is that this game actually released a full year before the original 𝕨𝕭𝕬𝕣, meaning that this is the original format that you now know and love. Now, from doing research in the comment section and decade-old forums of the Flash game world, I have discovered that all of you struggled with this game. Many people never even managed to conquer the first town, so let's give it a go. But first, a quick disclaimer because you're watching the Spiffing Brit. The following video will contain exploits, bugs, and glitches that some viewers may find disturbing. It is strongly advised that you consume Yorkshire tea whilst watching this video so that your mind can truly enjoy the British madness in all its glory. Failing to like this video will result in you being branded a coffee drinker and consequently exiled from the community. The community thanks you for your compliance. So, welcome to the classic hub of Flash games. I know, it's Armour Games. We've got some real Flash game classics here, like The Last Stand, Learn to Fly, and who could forget Kingdom Rush. But today I have one goal. Yes, it's Feudalism, published in 2007. Let's load this bad boy up. So, welcome to the game, ladies and gentlemen. I think we should probably begin with the tutorial. Oh look, it's Gandalf, presumably. Hello, Wanderer. I'll guide you through the basics and teach you how to survive in this world. This is the screen of your city. There are several buildings. City Hall, where we view our hero stats and do quests and declare war. Forge, where we buy and sell our equipment. Barracks, where we recruit and disband troops. And the temple, where we can buy healing potions and scrolls. Then this is a copy of the world map, and we can see that yes, we can move around, and this is what the battle screen looks like. Thank you, Gandalf, for showing it to me. Alright, there we go. He says that's all I wanted to tell you. Now go and start your long journey to the world domination. Now, I'm not going to actually break the game on my first demonstration, it's just going to be a little bit of a refresher. So we're going to play as Carl of the Order of Holy Cross. A very tough chappy indeed, and he has some skill points for us to invest. We'll pop some into strength, into maces, and now we can start our journey. So, welcome one and all. Here we can see our inventory and see our character. Hang on a second, that doesn't really look like Olga. He looks different now. Why is his hair like that? You know what, I'm not going to question it. But yes, this is our starting equipment. We have a tunic, a shield, a morning star. It might look a little bit basic, but for 2007, this is a pretty cutting-edge RPG, considering that you could just play it on your browser. Now, what we can do is ask for a quest, like this one here, to go deal with some rogues for 400 gold, and then we can recruit some extra forces, like these acolytes here. Oh, they cost 70 gold each, and I have no more money. Right, well, there goes all my money. Let's go do this bandit mission. Yes, so we move around the map with our little chappy, and then we've approached the bandits. So it's time for some combat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready, because this is time for gameplay. So I can press space to swing my mace, and there we go. I've defeated that enemy, and wow, the sounds and the noises and the roar of this game are fantastic. So that's our first combat complete. We get ourselves a little bit of experience and 40 gold. With that done, we can wander back to our starting town and have a chat in the city hall and be given an extra 400 gold for completing our mission. Very good indeed. Now, the other advantage from doing all that fighting is we get all of the loot of the people you defeat, meaning I can sell all these weapons, and suddenly I have 562 money. Very nice indeed. Now, all of the troops have different stats. For example, priests here cost 120 gold each, but they have roughly 3 times the amount of health of an acolyte. Sure, they do less damage, but hey, the staying power's there. So I've grabbed a few more priests to help out with our battles, and now I'm going to demonstrate the next stage of the game. When you have enough money and you have enough troops, what you want to do is try and capture another town. So we're going to do that just here. So away we go. Some of our forces have immediately had their head cut off, but we're doing a good bit of damage here. Come on, do the battle. I can see that I've taken a few hits, but it's okay. Come on, keep bonking. I think I've run out of forces. Oh no. I'm dead. Right, well that's a slight predicament. So, unfortunately, I ran out of health, and that means I've died, and now presumably these people are going to hop around and jump on my corpse. Oh dear. So, that's how the game's meant to be played. But come on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Spiffing Brit. That's not really how I play video games, is it? What we are about to do might blow your mind, so please make sure you're sat comfortably. So allow me to demonstrate to you how to break this entire Flash game from the comfort of the main menu. All we need to do is right-click to open up the Flash player's settings. Then what we're going to do is press two buttons in relatively quick succession, play and forward. So we'll do that like so. We load into a game and a battle, and then we get this victory screen here, which we can press continue on. By pressing continue, something interesting happens. You'll notice our experience has now become Nan out of 0, and our gold has become Nan. And here we are at the start of the game again. This time, however, if I go into the shop, you will notice that I have Nan Gold. Now, Nan isn't just an abbreviation for nun or an old lady who you're related to. It's basically an unquantifiable number that the game just doesn't know how to pass. So what this means is I can go into the shop here and buy whatever I like. This 100 gold piece of leather armor, don't mind if I do. This bronze two-handed bludgeon, sure, why not? And with my fancy new items, I can equip them and gain huge advantages from them. But the Nan number wasn't just for gold at the end of that fight. No, you'll notice on the right-hand side of the screen, I have 125 free level up points because Edgar is level 50. Now, I can't wear this leather armor because I need a constitution of 25, so I can just hit this button a few times and wabam, now I can use it. Alright, so now I'm going to invest all of my points into my stats here, but instead of destroying my finger and breaking my mouse, I'm instead going to use my trusty auto-clicker to do the job. Because yes, the game doesn't really know how to deal with what I've done here. So we're going to sink a lot of points into constitution and into dexterity, and even more into strength, more into dexterity, and more into constitution. Wow, we have actually maxed out dexterity. Now let's max out strength as well. And with our remaining points, we will sink them into intelligence, which is the stat that buffs the effectiveness of our troops. So there we go, we are now significantly more powerful. Also, because of our infinite money, I'm able to recruit an infinite amount of troops. Now, unlike Bannerlord, there is no maximum troop size at all. The way this game works is very funny. When you load into the game, your first line and second line of troops are brought into the battle, same for the enemy. And then when one of your forces die, you simply pull from the reserve line. The thing is, unlike most video games that actually care about balance, in this game, the reserve can be infinite, meaning that even though these caravan guards genuinely suck, I can have a genuinely infinite amount of them because the game won't stop me and my money is infinite. So there we go, with a small army now recruited and my stats set to maximum, we're going to wander up to the town of Constance here and immediately try and fight them. Now you will notice in the bottom left I have myself 2000 out of 2000 health rather than a paltry 100, and my strength should be very good indeed. So I'm going to run straight into the battle whilst my forces do their attacks, and let's go find a crossbowman to stab. There we go. Oh, I missed. Come on, let's try and land a shot. Come on, don't miss again. Oh, this is going to be very embarrassing if we're just going to miss all of our attacks. I should have put more points into swords, shouldn't I? There we go, 108. We tap that man's head off and he dies. Now, the interesting thing about the enemies is they are also very unlikely to actually hit me. This is because, quite simply, my character has an absurdly high dexterity. From the game's perspective, I'm an undetectable object. You could throw a grenade at this man and have it explode in his face, and he'd still somehow find a way to dodge. And even if you do land the 1 in a million chance of hitting him, his health pool is 2000, so of course he's going to shrug it off. How very wonderful indeed. Now, this isn't the only way you can break the game. There are in fact loads of different things you can do, mostly involving this item here, the large heal scroll, which can be used without cooldown. Basically, I can click it and it will instantly heal for 2/3 of my maximum HP and the maximum HP of all of my units. It doesn't even have a cooldown, meaning provided I can press this button, my troops will always heal and never be able to be killed by the enemy. So there we go, glorious victory achieved. We get a whole bunch of cool new equipment, but most importantly, Constance is now ours. We are, however, now at war with the Northern faction. Still, we also get to recruit the Northern faction's forces, like Saint Bowman here, and we gain access to the Northern equipment that we otherwise wouldn't be able to see. The game is surprisingly complicated, but it is ultimately defeated by the fact that I couldn't just use the infinite everything exploit and crush everything that the game might throw my way. Dear oh dear video game, it would appear that I, the Spiffing Brit, am simply too powerful. Now I realize that my exploits here actually let me play the game in a way that cuts off most of the game's progression challenges, and lets me easily defeat all aspects of the game. So I thought it might be fun to take a leaf out of our friend Easy Speezy's book and actually see if I can set a new world record speedrun in this game. Currently, Seba holds the record with a world conquest completed in 25 minutes and 7 seconds. This record has stood for 5 years, mostly because there's only one other person who's actually set a time. So of course it's up to me, the Spiffing Brit, to give it a go. Now I don't want to launch straight into a world record, as it's important to practice so that way we all learn the many pitfalls and I can actually actually talk you through my strategy, as well as show off another exploit that I'm not going to use today, but maybe you might want to. So our run has the simple goal of conquering every city on the map as fast as possible. Unlike a normal game, our exploit forces us to bypass the character creator and play as the first hero on the list, Edgar. He is part of the Great Trade Republic, which is overpowered for two reasons. They have this really strong, fast unit called the Golden Rider, which, thanks to our infinite money, its usually well-balanced, exceedingly high price point is no longer an issue. On top of this, their health and damage stats are boosted by our patriotism and art of war skills, meaning that our max-leveled character, who is fully invested into those points, turns this already overpowered unit into something that cannot die and will one-hit absolutely everything in the game. The only challenge is that we need to open our strategy by taking the city of Alexandria, so that way we can actually recruit them. But we won't be able to take the city with our starting troops, so we actually need to conquer a nearby settlement first to recruit some tier 2 units and then move on to Alexandria. So that's step 1. The next step is to try and get ourselves an absurdly overpowered weapon. Luckily our faction has the best weapon of all, Greek fire. This attack is actually based off of one of history's most absurd weapons, and I love it. With this high area, often one-hit kill attack, we can easily speed up fights by blowing up any reinforcements before they enter the field. So the early game is basically defined by how quick I can take Alexandria by the Greek fire, build up an army of unstoppable horses, and from there we just have to navigate the map slowly, taking out every settlement. It might sound easy, but there's a few minor hurdles and one very major hurdle we will run into: the bandits. Bandits are an encounter that potentially occurs when we move our units on the world map. You see, there is no limit to the random amount of battles that can be triggered at any time. Most games will set a window of invulnerability. If you get jumped by some bandits, why not have a pause and some free time to catch your breath before that might happen again? Not in this game. This is the equivalent of if in Pokemon, Ash left the starting town, but before he could complete his quest and reach the next gym, he first had to wade through the bloodied corpses of 500 Weedles. These bandits stand no chance of defeating us, they are simply a roadblock, but they are a very time-consuming one at that. And as the amount of encounters we get are so heavily dependent on RNG, this run lives and dies off of how terminally stupid a bunch of forest bandits will be. So whilst I'm off doing my first practice run, I think I should probably show off another one of this game's exploits, so allow me to present another exploit that we're not going to be using today. The glitch I'm about to show off is something that I've come to call the town skip exploit. The way it works is quite simple. Start a brand new game and select a hero. We're going to go for Carl here. Then start your journey as Carl and wander on over to a nearby city. Then once you make your way to a nearby town, simply click on the town hall and attempt to capture it. Now we have absolutely no chance of defeating an actual city. Our troops are incredibly weak, our character is level 1, we are going to die here. And in fact, that's exactly what we want to have happen. So what happens here is we die and we back on out to the main menu. Then in the main menu here, we're going to press new game and select Carl once again and start a brand new journey. Please ignore the battle currently going on the screen. Now when we start a new game, you might notice that Carl here not only controls the starting settlement, he also technically controls Sternberg. We know we actually control this because we're able to recruit some of the very expensive units from this city. How very wonderful indeed. So yes, you can technically repeat this exploit over and over. We can wander up to Braunberg here, and my character's become an immortal stationary object on the map. Great, well this is yet another glitch being discovered in a live situation. If I had units that could actually do the fight here, maybe we'd win. You can probably see how this exploit can be used to very rapidly conquer the world map without actually having to do any fighting. All you need to do is perfect the art of dying as fast as possible. The main reason we don't use this exploit is because it makes fighting the bandits significantly more difficult, because you're going into bandit fights with a deliberately underleveled and weaker character, meaning they can take even longer. Right, that's that glitch explained. Back to the speedrun attempt. So in our first attempt, we run around the map, we conquer some settlements, and generally speaking, every single fight goes the exact same way. My incredibly overpowered units sweep on in, defeat absolutely everything, all whilst I hurl out bottles of Greek fire targeting the enemy backline in order to try and speed up the combat. We of course face an absolutely incredible amount of bandits. I also realized that some of my original pathing isn't completely perfect, and I probably could have improved my time if I'd gone for a big loop rather than the wiggly zigzag I ended up doing. Still, my initial run is a slight success. It takes takes me a little over 26 minutes to fully conquer the world, and a good margin of that was spent just fighting the bandits. If we'd been lucky, this might have actually been a world record. Still, with everything I've learned and hopefully a bit more luck on my side, I think it's time we actually dive ourselves in for a real world record attempt. Right, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as I click continue, the game is about to begin and our challenge shall start. 3, 2, 1, go! Right, okay, immediately click on our little settlement here, and then we want to max out our stats to the best of our ability. There we go, get them all buffed up nicely, get that intelligence to maximum. Come on, game, come on. There we go, constitution as well, bit of dexterity, bit of strength, mostly strength though. Then throw a huge amount of points into throwing, and then art of war and patriotism. With this, our troops get buffed up very nicely, our stats go up as well, and there we go, we've finished everything. Now we just need to recruit some troops. We're going to go for pretty much exclusively caravan guards. They're pretty simple, basic soldiers. Come on, there we go. That should be a nice little starting set. Throw in a few of these bowmen as well, and with that, we are good. Right, let's leave this settlement, go straight to Lutetia here, and challenge them. Go, bam. Right, in we go. Oh, I forgot to buy any scrolls. Well, that's okay. We should be fine. I'm just going to go straight for this enemy at the back here. Bam. There we go. Come on, hit him. Hit him, there we go, nice. And there we go, one last guy, he's been defeated, and with that we can now head into the little castle-y town thing here and buy as many of these healing scrolls as we possibly can. Same for these Scroll of Bloody Rage, lovely stuff. Now we go into the shop and we buy a copious amount of Town Guard. There we go, the Town Guard will hopefully carry us for our next fight. Lovely stuff, I think we have enough of them, so now we leave and go straight down to Alexandria. Come on, let's go, bam. So in Alexandria we go. Oh, actually buy myself my horse, there we go. And most importantly, Greek fire. Splendid. There we go. We have our Greek fire. So now if I go into my inventory, I move across, I throw in the Greek fire into this threshold here. I can pop on some equipment. Lovely jubbly. Right, now we can challenge this town. I am better equipped than ever before, and I have my Greek fire, which I can use alongside my healing scrolls to hopefully very rapidly deal with these enemies. Right, there we go. We're doing good. That is the first wave defeated. Now we get into the throne room here, where once again we got a lot of horses, but I can just keep throwing out this Greek fire over and over again, and hopefully it'll be enough. Come on. Admittedly, my own Greek fire is killing a lot of my own men, but it's fine. We only have to chug through this fight once. There we go. That's that fight mostly dealt with. Now we just need the crossbowmen at the back, and there we go. Fight complete. So with that done, we can now go to the barracks here, and we grab all of the golden riders we will ever want. There we go. I don't think we need quite as many as we actually had last time. I think that was kind of unnecessary. So there we go. I reckon we should be good with that. So now the world conquest begins. We have ourselves our entire squad. We simply rock on up here, try to capture this town, and away we go. Send in the horses of death. Right, and we'll yeet out some equipment. Okay, right, I think that was a slightly more marginally faster start, so that's all pretty good. Now we go down to Carthage and then Ravenna. Capture this town. Yes, away we go. There we go. Good stuff. Come on, finish that final person. There we go. Lovely stuff. Into the throne room we go. Keep yeeting out our attacks at the back line there. Come on, good stuff. And there we go, final enemy defeated and another city captured. And quickly checking the time, it's not even 5 minutes yet, which is great considering the amount of the map we've cleared out. And somehow we're yet to run into a single bandit, which is very good indeed. All right, just a few people at the back. Come on, yeet out the attack. Nice, there we go. Kill any reinforcements that come in. Splendid stuff. And with that, we've completely cleared out this force. So let's go actually to Lacrimosa here. Come on, get round here. Oh, we have to fight some pirates. I accidentally got clipped on some terrain. That's fine. We'll do our first pirate fight. So far, we're pretty lucky in terms of bandits. Nothing too excessive has happened. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable about our timings here. Right, so we need to get around there, and now we can attack Lamosa. Right, in we go. Yeah, this faction really doesn't exactly have much power when it comes to stopping my glorious Yeety explosive arm of death. So they are dead. Onto Saressa. Here we go. Try to capture this town. Geez, they got some fast horses. Unfortunately, they're not as fast as my golden riders. Right, finally a throne room fight. These guys are also throwing out the Greek fire like mad, but it doesn't matter as I still run them down with my army of immortal horses. There we go, perfect stuff. And onto Suo. Oh, actually first, a single bandit has wandered into the woods. Great job, man. Okay, and with this, where's the town hall? There it is. Let's blow it up. There we go. We'll blow up this settlement like so, and then like that. Come on, keep blowing it up. And there we go, nicely, all done. Right, let's hop on a boat and make our way down to Japan, or legally not quite Japan. Ismo, let's go. Let me into the city. Come on. All right. Yeet. Dead. Yeet. Dead. There we go. That's a good shot. All right. Finally throne room time. All right. We did it. That's their first city down. Now we just go up north. We've got one quick fight in the woods though. Okay. This is feeling a little bit faster. I don't want to speak too soon, but it's only 8 minutes and I'm feeling pretty confident. Nice. There we go. That's that settlement dealt with. Now onwards to Omi, but first some bandits. Nothing major. They're all dead. Now we go up to Omi. Deal with them. Yeet. Come on. Nice. Get the reinforcements. And lovely. That's Omi captured. And then we go on down to Kozaku, or Kozaki, with my flawless Japanese pronunciation, I'm sure. And I don't quite know how throwing a bottle of Greek fire manages to have 6 people's heads simultaneously fly off, but life finds a way with video games. All right, let's hire a boat. Fantastic. We will fight. Yeet. Alright, we've got some better troops here. This is part of the older era of video games where you could tell if something was better by the fact that it had golden armor rather than regular armor. And it's that kind of video game logic that brought us the Oblivion Horse Armor DLC. Alright, throne room time. Oh, and more golden soldiers? Whatever, yeet my Greek fire. Alright, there we go, throne room dealt with. Now it's on to Eshigo. Yeet. Yeet. Wow, no reinforcements. Nice. All right, we'll hop on a boat and we are going to go up to this medieval land. Come on, let me in. Let me into the city. Come on. There we go. Fantastic. There we go. That's that settlement taken. Now we go up. Oh, but first, bandits. Come on, deal with these bandits. Blow them up. Blow them up. Come on. Yeet out the explosions. There we go. Bandits dealt with. Now we go up to another bandit fight. Okay, right. We're getting into the unlucky territory now. Nothing too bad, though. Come on, bandits. Come on. There we go. And now we can now march on up. Oh, to another bandit fight. Okay, game, can we chill it with the bandit fights for like just 5 minutes, please? That'd be really good if you could actually. All right, come on, there we go. Another fight done now. Take me up to the settlement, please. Thank you. So I'll just throw another bottle of Greek fire, trample their reinforcements. All right, there we go. That's another settlement taken. Back down to 𝕨𝕐𝕣𝕖 area we go. Let's board a ship and we'll ride it all the way over to here to Fukushima. Nice, there we go. And I'll just keep yeeting the back line like so. Splendid stuff. Right, now let's go down south into yet another bandit fight. You love to see it. All right, bandits dealt with. Come on, let me get down here without another fight. There we go. Big throw. Yeet at the back line. Okay, we're on roughly about 13 minutes. That's good to clear that town. Into yet another bandit fight. Oh, because they're just going to keep spawning, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Isn't that great? Let's go do Ragorod. But first, this singular bandit with a stick. Now we do this fight, a bit of a larger, more intense city fight here, but once again, they're no match for my Golden Riders. And there we go, that's that settlement defeated. Now we go over to Dubkey, where we are attacked in the woods again. Come on, it's fine. I won't let this tilt me off the face of the earth. We will defeat the people hanging out in the woods. Robin Hood and his band of speedrun stoppers. Right, there we go, they're dealt with. And now we just deal with this settlement. Oh, this settlement was much easier. There we go. Right now, Dubrov, where everyone appears to have a throwing axe as their weapon. All right, nice, that's that dealt with. Now we just have the final throne room. And of course, as you can see, most of my horses, when they actually take damage, it's equivalent to effectively nothing just because their armor stat is so high. Right, so that's that fight dealt with. Now we just need to deal with these woodland creatures, otherwise known as human beings, and make our way down to 𝕨𝕐𝕣 here. Nice, there we go. We did actually have quite an easy rundown. Not too many men. And there we go. The Greek fire was effective. Oh, we got one fight in the woods. There we go. That's them dead. Over to Zautergrad we go. Come on, let's go. Okay, we fight. Splendid stuff. 16 minutes. I'm feeling kind of confident. We have a little bit more time to go. And of course, the bandits can derail this pretty successfully. Anyway, this fight is basically over as I have a near perfect position. And there we go. Now on to the throne room. All right, my job is basically to kill the backline and blow up anything that respawns. Nice, there we go. That's that dealt with. Okay, this leaves just the Holy Kingdom remaining. So let's do our final fight against the Holy Kingdom, aka Legally Not Templars. This feels pretty appropriate. I recently watched the entire extended director's cut of Kingdom of Heaven, which was quite fun indeed. Of course, like any true map gamer, it immediately made me load up Crusader Kings 3 and have a go as the Leper King, because you know I'm just that cool at video games. Oh, we got another bandit fight. These guys don't seem too big and spooky. And there we go, nice stuff. Come on, Sternberg. Let's fight. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Into the fight we go. Oh, we got some people throwing knives on horseback, but it doesn't matter because I just throw the modern day equivalent of napalm at their faces. And there we go. That's another victory. Throne room time. Oh, they brought out their angry knife throwers on horses. There we go, that's them all dead. Let's go to Görlitz first, and then we'll take the castle and ride a boat over to the island. Come on, here we go, good stuff. There we go, that's them dealt with. Okay, Braunbur it is, but first a quick little bandit fight. This one does actually appear to be a larger bandit fight than a quick little one, but even so, just randomly throw out my explosions, preempting the enemy spawning in, and then, of course, their head falls off thanks to my grenade. And there we go, that's that fight completed. Lovely, right, Braunbur it is. Let's fight. All right, my goodness, we've got quite a large amount of horses spawning in, but thankfully we can blow them all up rather nicely. Now we have our fight in the throne room. Right, look, I will blow up the back. There we go, good stuff. That's the throne room dealt with. Now we just need to grab ourselves a boat, ride it over to Ender here. Let's fight. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking much, much better. Right, quick throw out, nice. Keep throwing out those bombs. Keep throwing out those bombs. Good stuff. There we go. Now we just have a bandit fight, then one castle and one town. And best of all, it's a small bandit fight. Lovely. Right, into the castle we go. Oh, nope, sorry, another bandit fight. Come on, game. You know just how close I am. You know I am just so close away from setting a world record. And so you must throw more meaningless bandits at me. Luckily, I can, of course, infinitely heal my men over and over again. Blended stuff, that's them dealt with. Into Vonderburg we go. So in an ideal world, it's just 3 fights. It's this one, the throne room, and then the village. And then after that, we've done it. We will have beaten the game and set a new world record. Come on, stop spawning in crappy knights. Let's go, throne room time. Let me yeet at the back line. Nice, there we go, that's that dealt with. One last town, here we go, Hoffer time. But first, a fight in the woods. Alright, we stand on the precipice of greatness, my glorious soldiers. A splendid time is upon us. The time of victory, the time of glory, the time of fighting men in the woods. Come on, there we go, on to Hoffer we go. Let's fight. Final fight of the game, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is everything we've been waiting for. Everything I could possibly have dreamed of. Better than 1 billion views on a YouTube channel. Probably, presumably. Just a few more men to go. Come on, blow them up. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have done it. 21 minutes and 44 seconds. We have crushed the world record. Yes. I mean, my timing could be slightly off. It might be slightly more or less. The editor can show you the exact time from when I started and when I finished. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Feudalism. I think it's safe to say that not only have we played this game, we have crushed this game. We have done splendidly well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have just set ourselves a world record inside of a video game that is nearly 20 years old. In a speedrunning community that has only 2 other people. I know, I feel incredible. But I think I should probably also mention the fact that technically I have cheated. I know, I'm British, I do it all the time. For you see, my mouse has a built-in auto-clicker, and that means when applying my stats earlier in the game, I was able to speed up this process by auto-clicking at a rate faster than any human could. This means that I've set a tool-assisted world record speedrun. And the main reason I did this is because I don't believe that this game's world record speedrun should belong to me. No, I think it should belong to one of you. That's right, if you're watching this video, I challenge you to go and set a faster time. If you do, let me know in the comment section and share it with me online. I can't wait to see just how marvelous some of you sausages are. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a like, and why not hop on down in the comment section and tell me what other Flash games you'd like to see me destroy next. What fragment of nostalgia do you have that I can destroy? Anyway, as always, a massive thank you to our glorious channel members and patrons for funding all of this nonsense. You majestic sausages are all wonderful. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have a glorious day, and goodbye for now.